They never take me alive, I'm getting high with my 4-5. Cops only suffer time I die, even as a youngster. Causing ruckus on the back of the bus. I was a fool all through high school, kicking up dust. But now I'm labeled as a troublemaker. Who can you blame? Smoking weed up, we take away the pain. So I'm hopeless, rolling down the freeway, swerving. Don't worry, I'm about to crash up on the curb, cause my business bloody, baby. If they try to understand me, what should I do? I had to feed my fucking family, what else could I do? But be a thug, I'm slanging with the homies, fuck hanging with them phonies in the club. Got my mind on danger, never been a stranger to homicide. My city's full of gangbangers and drive-bys. Why do we die at an early age? He was so young, but still a victim of the 12 gauge. I'm memories of a corpse, mind full of sick thoughts, and I ain't going back to court. So fuck what you thought. I'm drinking Hennessy, running from my enemies. When I live a beat 23, there's so much pain.
Was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion, runaway inflation, the American dream dead. They created this mess. Kamala owns this failed record. Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone? It's Thursday. We have one more day in this week, and then off the whole weekend. How is everybody? Has the week been okay to everyone? Has it been good? Hey, Grandma. Hey, Papa. Welcome in. Hey, Christy. Hey, Jen. Good to see you. Hey, Maga. T Fields. Amy, if I miss anyone, I'm sorry. Everyone on YouTube, it's good to know that you're here and to see you here, and everyone on X. How is everyone? Regina, how are you, love? Miss Peach, you're in here as well. Well, I just have a full house tonight. Hey, family, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Well, what a freaking shit show we got going on with Kamala. Report just now recently came out that President Trump, I will always call him President Trump because he's always going to be my president because the 2020 election was stolen. But a report just came out that he is not going to be doing the ABC debate because he believes Kamala is not going to be the one running. He said there would be someone else, someone better. You know what? He's probably right. I think maybe this is a test, but this is like what they want to push out there. But if it does happen and she is the one that's running, what a shit show. What a freaking shit show we got going on. It is so crazy. But he has backed out. I won't even say he's backed out. I mean, it would be a no-brainer. You know, in the first 5 minutes, he could rip her to the floor, and she was just sitting there crying. She wants the split screen. Earlier today, she had stated when she was boarding the plane that she wanted the split screen. Let's listen to what she had to say.
So many of you have been asking me about the debate, and I'll tell you, I'm ready to debate Donald Trump. I have agreed to the previously agreed upon September 10th debate. He agreed to that previously. Now it appears he's backpedaling, but I'm ready. And I think the voters deserve to see the split screen that exists in this race on a debate stage. And so I'm ready. Let's go.
Will you do it on Fox News?
Comment on the protest yesterday.
whoa. Let's back it up. He's not backpedaling. He just knows you're not going to be there very long. Trump's a very smart man. Why waste his time with someone she'd swallow? She has. What about the donors that have donated towards the OG Hawk Tush? Isn't that funny? Liar, liar, pants on fire, camel toe. Yeah, I mean, he could destroy her. I mean, absolutely destroy her in a split second. I mean, don't you just love how the media is going around and trying to say that she wasn't the border Cesar and all the bullshit along with it? And I mean, the media's outlets actually, well, let's watch what they're saying. This is, I mean, they're paid, but there's no accountability at all. Now it's like the truth has been out there. Now they want to take the truth and they want to spin it back to a lie. That is the best way I can describe it. They're full of shit. They're absolutely full of freaking shit. But here we go.
And you're seeing polls right now that Donald Trump is up double digits with independents already. And for her to go on a tirade about her prosecutorial record when it comes to sexual assault, meanwhile, she's presided over a border in which young women and girls are being raped every single day, forced to take Plan B because of her failed border policies. So save me the lecture of you standing up for women when women are constantly being raped at our southern border. And for her to go on with these platitudes and falsehoods, telling the American people that the life they've lived under the Biden-Harris, I repeat, Harris administration has been perfect. No, there's a reason why Donald Trump is up in every single state, is because they want to go back. They want to go back to the time when President Trump was at the Oval Office, when America was made great again. This Biden-Harris administration has been a joke. It's been an absolute disaster, not just here at home, but across the globe.
And that is complete facts. That wasn't the video I was actually going to play. The one I was going to play is where the media outlets are running crazy, trying to backpedal. That's backpedaling. And saying, no, she wasn't. She wasn't in charge of the border. She wasn't the border Cesar. The only thing she did is she went and did a photo op. And it was just meeting a border patrol agent. It was not even going to the border. And it was like, what, 200-300 miles away from it? She never went to the border. She was put in charge of the border. And I can prove that the hooch was in charge of the border. I can prove it. I mean, they're trying to scrap all the videos from the internet because they need to push the narrative. But the internet's freaking forever, bitches, and it ain't going anywhere. So let's watch when Biden appointed her over the goddamn border.
The VP today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle and the countries that help. We're going to need help in stemming the movement of so many folks stemming the migration to our southern border. So this new surge we're dealing with now started with the last administration, but it's our responsibility to deal with it humanely and to stop what's happening. And so this increase has been consequential, but the vice president's agreed, among the multiple other things that have her meeting, and I appreciate it, agreed to lead our diplomatic effort and work with those nations to accept the returnees and enhance migration enforcement at their borders. We're already talking with Mexico about that. She's already done that. We're going to be dealing with a full team now that we have to be able to deal with the problem here at home, but also to deal with it now in terms of in country. It's not her full responsibility and job, but she's leading the effort, because I think the best thing to do is to put someone who, when he or she speaks, they don't have to wonder about, is that where the president is? When she speaks for me, doesn't have to check with me, she knows what she's doing, and I hope we can move this along. So, Madam Vice President, thank you. I gave you a tough job, and you're smiling. but there's no one better capable of trying to organize this.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, and for having the confidence in me. And there's no question that this is a challenging situation. As the President has said, there are many factors that lead President to leave these countries. And while we are clear that people should not come to the border now, we also understand that we will enforce the law, and that we also, because we can chew gum and walk at the same time, must address the root causes that cause people to make the trek, as the President has described, to come here. Needless to say, the work will...
She's a lying hooch. And I support women and try to build all women up. But that is just one lying little hooch. I swear. That's all she does is lie. So now the media is trying to cover up and say that she had nothing to do with controlling the border, which is bullshit. Biden just stated what he had done. And if you go a step further and you pull up this actual House Resolution 253, it states in there that she is the border Cesar. What are they going to do? Go back and scrub all the bills now too? It states this was March 24th of 20. Hang on a minute. I need glasses. It's 2023. So don't tell me the bullshit and the rhetoric of bullshit that she was not in charge of the border, because she absolutely freaking was. She didn't even go to the actual border. She visited that border patrol station about 9 miles from the Rio Grande, talked to some immigration activists and legal service providers, and posed for press photos back at the airport, and departed for Los Angeles before 1 p.m. That's what she did that day. She has done nothing for the border except push for it to be open and make sure that all these illegal immigrants have anything they need once they get to America. And, when she's saying don't come to it, she's meaning to come to it. That's exactly what she's meaning. But now she let's listen to what some fellow Democrats have actually had to say about her.
Vice President Harris compared to President Biden in terms of competency and experience?
I think she's worse. She doesn't even know what's going on at the border.
Right.
And that's what she was supposed to be doing and in charge of. I mean, as a school teacher, if I did not do what...
Exactly. They even see it. She wants to run around with her bullshit, and it is ridiculous, but it is getting worse. This woman is getting worse than ever. Let's see. A young child in this video I'm going to play is practicing to be a drag queen, performed provocative dances with drag queens at RuPaul's Drag Con while adults clap along. This is what RuPaul's Dragog promotes. Kamala just launched her presidential campaign on RuPaul's Drag Race, and Kamala supports this. This is where she launched her campaign first.
Hi, everyone. It's Kamala Harris. Each day, we are seeing our rights and freedoms under attack, including the right of everyone to be who they are, love who they love, openly and with pride. So as we fight back against these attacks, let's all remember, no one is alone. We are all in this together, and your vote is your power. So please make sure your voice is heard this November and register to vote at vote.gov.
Can I get an amen?
Amen! Now on with the show.
And remember, you better vote.
She can't get votes from the American people, and she knows it. So what is she targeting now? She's targeting the Black community. She's targeting trans community, the LGBTQ plus community, and now she's targeting children, because that is exactly what this woman is doing. That is what she's supporting. She supports Pride Month. She supports you being able to just express yourself. She stated that as such. However you choose to express yourself. She is targeting that community because that community wants, I'm talking about the trans community, they would do anything to be able to just walk around freely and do their sword acts wherever they want to. Not every single one of them, but I'm sorry. Those pride parades have just given you guys a bad fucking name. That is the community that you fought so hard, the LGBTQ plus community, in order to have the rights you have. And you were in one small sloop, not standing up to stop this hyena from freaking taking those rights away from you. Do you not understand that? It's all for political gain. And now they stand with Hamas. They stand with Palestine. They stand with them. Do you not understand that they will freaking cut your head off in their country? They don't agree with this. Muslims have even said so. They've said they'd rather be blown up by a Zionist than to stand next to anyone that is part of the LGBTQ plus community. And also been told that if you're standing next to one, take them down. That has come out of their mouths, but you still support this. You actually went to the Capitol, to the Liberty Bell, to Union Station yesterday and did y'all's freaking protest, and you don't even know why you're protesting. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You are paid actors. You are paid people. You are people that have come across the border just for that specific timing moment. Now, there are some Americans in there that are lost their fucking mind and don't have a clue as to why they're doing it. They're just wanting to be a part of something. Exactly, Grandma. They are sick people. But to do this, knowing that this woman is just pushing it for political gain, you guys got to wake the fuck up. Wake up. It is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And she was in charge of the border. She was so in charge of this freaking border. Today, they actually are passing out these booklets telling the media what to ask about and what to say.
Democrats on Capitol Hill are being handed this card with talking points about the vice president and the border. Do you know who's handing this out?
I have no idea. You probably should ask her campaign.
So the first one says Vice President Harris was never appointed border czar. There's never been such a position. It doesn't exist. Why are Democrats so sensitive about the vice president and the border?
Why are Republicans so sensitive about actually not owning up to them getting in the way of a border deal? Why? Why won't they own up to that? Why won't they own up to the last president told them not to move forward? It was a bipartisan deal on just right there, available to them, and they voted twice against it. Twice against it. Why are they so sensitive to moving forward and actually dealing on an issue that majority of Americans care about, is dealing with what's going on at the border?
Do you think that the border would be less of a talking point now if there was less migration to the border, say if somebody had addressed root causes of migration sooner?
Wait, hold on a second. Did you not hear the beginning of I know there were a lot of toppers, but one of the toppers, I talked about what we're seeing at the border. It's down by 55%, not because of Republicans in Congress and what they did. It's because what this president and this vice president did. He moved forward and took actions to deal with what's going on at the border. Republicans continue to block getting resources.
First off, that's bullshit. That is not down 55%. They're still coming across the border in droves. And it was not something that the previous administration left behind as surges, as Biden says. The surges didn't start till you said we have an open border. Come. That is when the surges begin. You guys had this planned. I mean, you tell me. You have buses ready to go. And they're all in our country now. It is estimated that there's over 20 million illegal immigrants that have come across the border. But I'm going to tell you right now, they have no idea. You got the gotaways, you got the catch and releases. I'm telling you, I would say there's probably along the lines of 40 to 50 million, possibly even more, that are over here. And what's interesting, all age adult fighting men. All age adult fighting men. Isn't that interesting? That's all they have come. But no, she wasn't in charge of the border. She wasn't, putting the bills. I mean, what bullshit. And you know what, media, you should be held accountable for your bullshit. Your fact checkers, I heard them going on there, but the fact checkers should say different. Fuck your fact checkers, because they are liars. We're just sitting right here, we're proving the facts. We're proving exactly what you are propagating, period.
Border czar.
Border czar, which was not something that was formally conveyed upon her. She's been labeled incorrectly by some members of the right as the border czar.
Republicans named her the border czar.
Republicans have always exaggerated what her job was at the border.
Republicans, again, have labeled her the border czar.
But that's not exactly what President Biden asked her to do.
She was never put in charge of the border.
That wasn't actually her task.
Not to secure it, but to address the underlying roots of migration.
She was charged with leading the administration's efforts to address the root causes of migration.
The root causes of migration to the U.S.
The root causes.
Root causes.
Root causes.
The root causes. Root causes
of immigration.
We also want to point out that right now apprehension numbers continue to decrease in our country, especially over the last few months.
And I just want to note that border crossings have been going down.
And illegal border crossings are lower right now.
Migrant crossings continue to drop.
Border crossings are way down.
Border crossings are down.
So see, what they got to do is they got to push this narrative, if she's going to be running, to make it look like she did something with this border. You see, that she wasn't the Caesar, but they did something behind closed doors, and they took care of this border, and they will be one of the talking points and the hit points that she will go off of. That, and that she was a trial attorney, and go against the indictments against Trump. Do you see the picture I'm painting here? Do you see how they set this up along? It's the same bullshit that they've done the whole time that Trump was in office with impeachments. Russia collusion, bullshit. It's all bullshit. And I don't understand why people still believe this stupid shit. I just don't get it. There comes a point in time when you just got to say, you know what, there's something really wrong here. Something really wrong. And Democrats, you ain't even gotten the opportunity to do the vote, the primaries, or anything. It's let's just put her in that position and we're going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Leave her ass there. Trump's winning. I don't care what polls you guys have, but you could open up 2 arenas, same size, same day. And I guarantee you that hyena would have to pay people to come in and she still wouldn't have enough. Still wouldn't have enough. There's people standing room only. There are people still waiting outside. There are people that get there 3 and 4 days early to be at a Trump rally. I saw a video yesterday. Her first rally, there was maybe 20 people in line. 20 people. And that was it. Then they duplicate the videos of the crowds of the same people over and over to make it look as such as that she's got a big following, a big crowd. And tonight, just before I came on, now she's on TikTok. She says, well, I was on the For You FYP page, which is the For You page. So I'm here. Well, Kamala's on TikTok. Lord help us. Lord help us all. It just gets to me that these people are lying like this. And it's just continuously happening. And the world has gone completely mad. I don't understand where we're at anymore. I really don't. Nobody wants commie. No, they don't. They sure don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not.
That time, and the vice president speaking out about bail, giving to a bail fund. Let me put up the tweet that she did on, this is June 1st, 2020. If you're able to chip in now to the MNF Freedom Fund to help post bail for those protesting on the ground in Minnesota. What happened after that?
Yeah, let's be clear about something. Harris
Harris presidency would be an unmitigated disaster for public safety in this country. She loudly and proudly supported bail reform, despite the horrific consequences we saw in our urban communities, to the tune of 16 American cities experiencing the highest murder rate in recorded history. But she took it a step further. She pushed this bail fund, encouraged people to donate to it, and it was helping bail out murderers, rapists, who would later go on to murder more people. And when she found out about it, do you think she corrected it? Of course not. She doubled down. So imagine, Martha, for a second, in a Harris presidency, where we saw yesterday rioters and cowards assaulting police officers and defacing our monuments. Not only would she not want them to go to jail, she'd be the first one there to bail them out. I mean, it's complete insanity, and we can't allow this lawlessness in our country.
You know, here's a quick clip from the time that we spent on the ground in Minnesota talking to people who were very worried about their neighborhoods and about the crime that was happening in them, and the fact that the emphasis was taken away from police officers, and they lost so many police officers. Watch some of this.
Morale is very low on the police department. I rode around this city, and I can tell you, I didn't see but one police car in the entire hour, should I say, that I was riding around here. There is something sad that's going on in this city, and
something very sad. That was in 2021. And when she asked to have bail money set up for that, that was for BLM. That was for Antifa. She wanted them to be out doing this destruction. Now imagine you have a crazy loon like her running the country. Do you not understand what this country would be like? The police wouldn't be there. I mean, I've never seen in my lifetime someone want there to be discord, want there to be violence. But no, when DeSantis, or was it, no, when DeSantis, it might have been DeSantis that sent the illegals on a bus to her home. Oh, she didn't like that. She even built a wall. Why didn't she welcome them in her big old house? Why didn't she welcome them in? She got plenty of room. She fights so hard for them to be here. Her and AOC. Why don't they send them to AOC's house? She probably lives in an apartment like me. I don't know. They steal a bunch of our tax dollars. It's just crazy. Well, she met with Netanyahu. Now, remember yesterday, she did not want to attend his speech when he spoke. Her or Biden, either one, didn't want to be there. Well, now she's flip-flopped. After they've came and done, the protesters came, infiltrated our Capitol when session was within, and infiltrated our Capitol and what they did outside, and then they took our American flag down and they put a Palestinian flag up. Now, what you do with your damn flag, I don't like it. That's your business. But that flag was not yours to touch. That flag was not yours to even do anything to. And you took it down and you freaking burnt it. Then you burnt Benjamin Franklin. Then you burnt so much more. That is the America you will have with the Harris America. Don't think for a second that it wouldn't be that way, because it's exactly how she works. That's what she likes to do. Complete chaos. Just utter chaos. But she ended up deciding that she's for Gaza now.
Frank and constructive meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu, I told him that I will always ensure that Israel is able to defend itself, including from Iran and Iran-backed militias such as Hamas and Hezbollah.
So now, she didn't say that, she did say Hamas and Hezbollah. But where was all this energy at yesterday? Where was the energy at yesterday when they were doing what they were doing to our Capitol? I mean, it just lapsed her mind. And, we've been screaming that we want proof of life. Proof of life. We need proof of life of Biden. So Biden wouldn't come to Netanyahu's speech. Okay. Then he gave that piss poor speech last night, which I believe was pre-recorded. And the watch he was wearing didn't even have the right time on it. And then you see him walking out of the White House.
Open your eyes.
That wasn't Biden. Biden's not tall like that. No, that wasn't Biden. That, I don't even believe that was even Jill. Look at that. Look at the height difference. You gonna tell me that? Oh, they say it was it was at the angle of the camera. Look, I'm gonna tell you, people. If you watch these videos, go find you some videos on YouTube of where they put these masks on. Okay, look at that. These masks that they put on, it comes down and covers the neck into the shoulders. All right. It will make them, appear. But up here, you will seem to look like that person. But I'm telling you, that is a mask. That is not Biden. Period. It is ridiculous. And while this video was being right here on the right, how is it that Jill is there when she was in Paris at the same time? I mean, please make it freaking make sense. This shit is getting out of control. It really is. These people are freaking nut jobs. You guys are sloppy. You're sloppy. The American people see right through your bullshit. Geez, I want some of whatever he's taking. I need growth spurts. Well, I had asked Peach, is this what the vid does? Does it make you grow? Does it make you get taller? Does it make you walk better? I mean, come on, people. I know, and she's not even saying nothing. She was all up in campaigning, campaigning like crazy. Even going off and doing it herself. They're pissed because the attempted assassination on Trump did not happen. I have my own other theories on stuff. But it is said, let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find that one. But it is said that there are about, I don't know if that's it or not. No. 600, I know I have it. You guys hang with me. Maybe I don't. Anyway, it is said that there's about 600,000, not Secret Service, but the other, God dang it, y'all, I'm getting old. Everything comes to mind and then it leaves. Grandma, what is it I'm talking about? Still ain't taking it. You just stay short. Anyway, there's 600,000 that are supposed to be coming. And they put more fence up in Washington, D.C. But why? Why was an F-35 hovering over the Capitol? What is going on? Are you kidding me? What is that? How about that? U.S. Marshals is what it is. I just remembered. Apparently, there's supposedly 6,000 U.S. Marshals, not Secret Service, but 6,000 U.S. Marshals, and they're putting more fencing up. I'm going to tell you guys, They are constantly talking and saying, well, this is just a movie. It's just a movie. Things are playing out, waking people up. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a conspiracy theorist at sometimes. And I try to watch and pay attention to a little bit of everything. But I'm starting to believe that this shit is just a really bad movie and it is playing itself out because, I mean, what if military is in control? I said it. What if the military is in control? What if? And this is a lady, she's on a lot of shows. She comes out, she talks, and she talked about the menu voting systems for the longest time. And she said she received this at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it's safe for viewing at 11 a.m. This was sent to me on the 10th of May.
What's that?
That is a green screen. It's a green screen behind the steps with our military there. They have known that they have had to cover for Joe Biden for a long time. Yes, it's safe for viewing at 11 a.m. This was sent to me on the 10th of May.
What's that?
That is a green screen. It's a green screen behind the steps with our military there. They have known that they have had.
There's a lot of stuff coming to light. They are. Listen to Derek Johnson. Well, Peach, I'm one of those, I got to have the evidence. I got to see this and I got to see that. But I remember I lost about 2 or 3 accounts over this. I did some research and it was talking about how military was in control of the vaccines and everything. If my understanding is correct, because there was a bad batch that this tyrannical government had made. And the military got into control and distributed the ones that weren't. Because if you ever think about it, how did the Biden administration pop in there? You know what I'm saying? I think all this is coming to light. But I remember I read about that. And I lost quite a few accounts because I kept posting it. There's a lot of this stuff I read about 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And I was like, is that really happening? Is that really happening? Because I thought I was going crazy with it. I really did. I thought I was going crazy with it. But Janet Yellen. While everything else is going on, Janet Yellen has pledged almost $700 million to the next pandemic.
Interdependent in dealing with pandemic events. All of us around the globe need to be prepared to identify and address new health threats that emerge, since they can affect the entire globe. And today we began to launch another round of funding. The United States said today that we committed to contribute up to $667 million toward a $2 billion goal. And all of my colleagues involved with this effort commented on the importance of this initiative, that unfortunately COVID-19 is unlikely to be the last global health threat we face. And what we know is that we need to be much better prepared. This fund is helping us get there.
That fund is helping them get there. They keep printing money. Why am I paying taxes? If they can just go to the Federal Reserve, which is not part of the government, but they can go to the Federal Reserve and they can print money, then why the hell am I paying taxes? Make that make sense. That makes no sense to me. They say they don't have the money and they're in debt. That's like a really bad man or woman that's got a addiction to gambling or spending money in a spending spree, and they just constantly just take whatever money they can get, loans out, and they just spend it recklessly, thinking no consequence. That is what they're doing to the American people. That is what's happening to us. They're literally taking the future of our grandkids and our future grandchildren, the generations ahead, making it so difficult. Do you understand how long it's going to take to crawl back out of this freaking hole? This is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And she's pledged almost $700 million more dollars. Are you freaking kidding me? Colorado apparently is having an issue with gangs that came from other countries. With this one lady, she let you know about it.
Colorado, this is a public service announcement. I've been seeing this shit on the news for like 3 days and like little news clips that be sent to my email. Apparently, them Venezuelan people is posing as delivery people. Then they running their people's house. So far, I done seen somebody in Lakewood comment and somebody in the Denver area commented that they running in their house. Then they talking about they trying to snatch kids and shit. Y'all know school finna start back. Please start walking your kids to school. I don't know what type of shit y'all on. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican. If I see them fucking with one of y'all kids, I'm gonna get up right then and there. And y'all better be prepared to do the same, because I don't know what the fuck they got going on. Bitch, not only is y'all acting crazy in our country, bitch, y'all bring this shit to our front door. Y'all better be prepared, because on my mama, I'm gonna fuck one of their ass up. I ain't even gonna bullshit with you. Bullshit ain't about nothing. Type of shit y'all on. So be prepared and stay on your motherfucker, man. Stay dangerous. That's all I can tell you, because I am.
I'm with her. I would be with her. We would be, yeah, I'd be with her. She's on the money. Absolutely on the money. I was reading a breaking thing. But imagine ordering for through DoorDash, and you show up with food. Someone shows up with food at your home, and it's a gang, and they push their way in. I'd bust a cap in their ass quick. They gonna find out American people ain't gonna put up with their shit. We're not gonna put up with their shit. Nope. Not gonna happen. Well, imagine being on a beach, enjoying yourself, and your children are playing, having a family day. Say you've worked all week and you're just ready to, this is Biden's America. This is what they are pushing for. Okay. What I'm fixing to show you is they're pushing for this ideology, this behavior. They think it's okay. It's okay. And it's not a mental illness, but this is how we need America. And once they get your vote, and let's just say they got into office, do you not understand the plan that they have laid ahead, the narrative that they're pushing? They won't give two shits for you. History will repeat itself. They've showed you that in the past. They've told you this and told you that with the LGBTQ plus community, and boom, what have they done? They've fucked you. They have screwed you over. But imagine being on a beach and just having a good time with your family. And then this happens.
Yep.
There's a wolf over there, isn't there?
Oh. Oh.
That's cool.
I know she's gonna scream, God, we're happy died. You're only girl, and you dance at the club, oh mama. I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Climb up and dodge on the floor. Lovers in the bathroom in a line outside the door. Black lights and a mirror disco.
Yeah, that's Biden's America. That's the America, and it'll be 10 times worse, I promise you. That particular behavior, that is a mental health issue. Mental freaking health, guys. It is horrible. It's not good. Well, let's just see if the American people are going to Bud Light Netflix. Netflix just donated $7 million to Kamala. Bye-bye, Netflix. They need to fill this, people. Cancel today. Yeah, they just donated $7 million to her. But you see, I wouldn't think any less of it because Obama's movies, have been on there and many more. So, yeah, they're not going to call the damn animal control. Say, I'm going to take and put you in the pound, buddy. You're going in the pound. Absolutely. I got to show this again. That's not Biden. That's not Biden. Nope. Why do you think he didn't speak? He went, because that's how people make fun of him. Because that's usually what he does. He didn't. Come on. Did you know that the VA paid nearly $11.1 million in bonuses to ineligible executives? A watchdog report finds that breakdowns in communication and leadership led to the VA paying nearly $11 million in bonuses to ineligible career execs. Yeah, VA's Inspector General Office, in a report released Thursday, go look at that report, it's interesting, found the department properly awarded $10.8 million in critical skills incentives, CSIs, to more than 180 executives. Do the math on that. 180 executives, $10.8 million. I'm not going to pull a Kamala Harris because I'm going to tell you, I don't know right off the top of my head. So I'm not going to pretend and say, well, it's so-and-so. Because, you just look stupid when you do that shit. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. But 180 people at 10.8 million, that's a lot of cash that our veterans could have used. A lot of cash. No, that's not Biden's baby. He's 6 foot. Yep. And Biden was taller in this. Yep. But yeah, they're doing that to the vets. The veterans deserve. They should have gotten the bonuses. Or that money been put back into the hospitals, the homeless, something other than 180. I'm going to have to do the math on that. 180 executives divided by $10.8 million. I wonder what that is. Because that's just a small amount of people. And I didn't know the VA people that worked there got bonuses that big. I mean, I could understand $10.8 million spread across, thousands and thousands of people. But just that little amount. Christy, tell me how much each one of them got, if you don't mind. If you could add that up for me. Thank you. I'd do it, but I'd have to go off and do this. A whistleblower police department is believed that the FBI is under the Democrat control. A whistleblower report cites that testimony from over 30 independent, highly credible law enforcement sources and subsources nationwide who do not trust the FBI are believing it has recently been operating as a partisan federal agency driven by a political agenda. We know that's a fact. These sources are not only reluctant to cooperate with the FBI, but have reportedly decided to stop sharing actionable, substantial information on criminal and intellect-related activities with the Bureau. I would be too. 6 foot. Oh, correct. I got it. But yeah, so we already know there's a two-tier justice system. We know that without a doubt. Without a freaking doubt. Did you know that there are fish called cocaine fish? Sharks. Cocaine sharks are found in waters. Sharp-nosed sharks may or may not eat drifting bales of coke, but a positive drug test heightens the risk of the population. Yeah, they ended up, it was 2023. It was a big year for sharks and cokes. Heck, just recently, there was huge bags that came across from the ocean and landed on the beach of pure, uncut cocaine. So now they took a chance and drug tested the fish, and the fish is positive for cocaine. Huh, ain't that something? The numbers are 180 executives. Divide that 10.8 million. How much did each of one of them receive? Because that's all they paid out was to 180 people out of 10.8 million. That is what each one of them got a bonus for. I've heard of bonuses, sign-on bonuses being 500, maybe even a couple of thousand. But I'm just curious what these bonuses were for 180 individuals that worked for the VA. Executives, let's just, I'll say that. I'll get that right. I guess I better say that right. Have I already showed this one? Yeah, it's the VA. Breaking news, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is withholding evidence of election fraud from the state election board. In an email thread, his lawyers told the SEB that they would only provide the evidence if the board agreed to stop investigating the fraud. Okay, I'll come back to it. See, the thing is, this has to do with the 2020 election, okay? And all those ballots that showed up, they said that they'll turn over and they'll talk as long as they quit investigating. Lying hooches. However, we can make the files available for inspection so long as the board is in agreement that the case is fully resolved and closed. So see, once they find out what's really been going on, which they already know, and they have the actual proof, they want this case shut down. They don't want it spoke about. They don't want anything raised about it anymore. They just want to make it go away. As I've said, this office keeps SEB investigative file material confidential until the case is fully resolved and closed. If 2023 to 2025 is closed case, we can make them available to you to review at our office. You can schedule this inspection with investigations. I would just ask that you limit the time involved to a few hours a week so that it does not disrupt the regular job duties. No, bitches. If you stole a fucking election, the American people, that is the one democracy that we do agree we have, is elections for conservatives. Because we are a constitutional republic. We go by a constitution. That constitution gives us the right to vote. That is our democracy. And what you guys are doing is not democracy. You're thieves. Every single one of you. Nothing but thieves. All of you are thieves. And this is the email. It goes back and forth where he's talking to Charlene's email stories on the request of them and how they're stonewalling, and they just want this to all end. They don't want it to become a problem. So each one of the individuals got $60,000 a piece out of the 10.8 million of the VA. Thank you, Christy. Each individual out of the 180, they got a $60,000 bonus. I think we need to investigate a little bit further on this and find out exactly what kind of executives they were and why they received $60K. And is that normal for executives at the VA to receive such high bonuses? But it was just an accident. Honey, I'm going to tell you, I know where $5 went. I can tell you where $5 went. You going to tell me they can't tell me where $10.8 million went? You freaking nut job. Shut up. Really? We're not stupid people. It was all planned. Every bit of it. All planned. But definitely going to dig a little bit, deeper. There has been a recall on over 15 types of vegetables and also cheeses that are sold at Walmart and Aldi. If you go to my page, there will be a video letting you know exactly what cheeses and what, because it's very long, and what vegetables and brands. But apparently, it is said that it has listeria. So, just a heads up. Finally, the Pentagon looks to rescind 20 Medals of Honor awards given to soldiers in 1890s. This had to do when they were with, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the tribe, so I'm not even going to butcher it because you deserve the respect of the name of the tribe. And there were soldiers there. And what happened was they were trying to disarm the Indians, okay? They were trying to disarm them. And as they were doing so, one of the weapons went off by accident. And so the soldiers thought that it was an all-out war, and so they fought. And I believe it was like 250 Indians that had got killed, but there were 25 soldiers that also got killed. And they were given medals of honor. And he wants to rescind those medals of honor. He says that, let's see. He also goes on to say that the Pentagon, he also goes on to say that they're going to go even further back and they're going to start looking at all medals that have been given to past soldiers and find out and dig further into it to make sure that they are deserving of these medals. This is what they're doing now. Yep. So you could have an ancestor that you've told the story about for many years to your children and your grandchildren. And this government is now going to go back. What they try to do is they try to change history. They try to change history to their narrative. Like they don't want the children to know the history we grew up on with Washington and stuff. They want to remove all the monuments. They want to remove all that stuff because they have to explain it to the kids. They have to explain how it started. They have to explain where it came from, because from one story, there's always a beginning, but there's a shit ton of a middle. Okay. There's so much in the middle that got you to the beginning, and there's so much in the middle that got you to the end. A lot of research goes into that. But yeah, they are at that point now to where they just want to do that. You guys, we have some shirts coming out this week. We'll be showing them Country Crazy shirts. You're going to love them. Very nice shirts. Go to www.dacustomsleather.com, 781-389-8179. Also, the Trump website for this as well is firing up this week as well. And it will have all Trump memorabilia and everything on it. You'll have t-shirts, hats. You'll have a little bit of everything. And he does leather. He does so much great work, you guys. But I'm going to get you, go get your Trump hat. I'm voting felon 2024.
I think time to fight back. No, they won't like that. Everywhere is somewhere, and that's where the fight's at. I think time to fight back. No, they won't like.
Thank you, everybody. That is the end of our crazy country crazy show. And I want to thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. I really do. If you don't know the history, you won't know the future outcomes. I pray for our country, babies. Absolutely. For the simple fact, because, you know, we were taught in the past, hey, Kelsey, we were taught in the past with so much respect, honor, fighting for our country and doing the things that need to be done for our country. But you take that away. And how can you miss something? This is another thing. How can the future generations of your kids have experienced freedom? Your grandkids, depends on how old they are. They've experienced, a certain amount. But the babies, thank you, Christy, the babies and the future generations of their children to go further, how can you miss something if you've never had it? And that is where we're at in our country today. And that's why it's more important than ever to stand up, use your voice, make it known, make it loud. For the simple fact, there are people that are still asleep. There are people that really don't understand the way our world has been working and how it goes. And if it is our job, it is our duty. It is our duty as American citizens to make sure and protect what our founding fathers put in place and our God-given rights. It even states that as such. God even talks in the Bible about the government. It is our God-given rights to have freedom. And it is our duty to make sure the next generation knows this, sees this, gets to experience it. Because if they don't, this is what they're trying to gradually take away. This hyena Kamala Harris, that is all she is trying to do. She is literally trying to take all of the rights away from us. She's already started in. First thing where she gets up here talking, what's she talking about? She's talking about guns, talking about 2A. And at one point in the video, she states, well, let's be like Australia. Seriously? Australia has no weapons. They are controlled. That is a dictatorship. She's even stated as such. She wants everything to be one. What do you think 15-minute cities are about? 15-minute cities where you don't have to go nowhere. And in Canada, they do this 15-minute city shit. They can't go outside the 15 minutes. They have to get permission to go outside of it. Do you understand that? And what do you think these people are going to be doing if they shove you in a 15-minute city on the outside? Human trafficking. She talks about the border and stuff just like that video did earlier. Talks about, women being raped and murdered and pillaged. What do you think's going on at the border? It is not 50%, 55% down, I promise you. It is still rocking and rolling and they're still coming across the border. Plain and simple. Exactly. The future generations will have no idea if the country was formed and how far to come. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And Kelsey, you're right. If you do not know history, then you won't know the future outcomes. And I pray for our babies. And with that, I want to say thank you guys for being here. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. It will be Friday night. I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, the weekend usually brings some crazy, crazy stuff. For sure. She's just pushing their one world order, blah, blah, blah. She's for the people who aren't Americans. Absolutely. And that's a dangerous place, you know, because the truth is coming out. It's been coming out about 2020 election. And you guys, they going to try something. Don't think for a second. The attempted assassination on Trump did not follow through. So with that not happening, they're scrambled. But they're going ahead and pushing through their agenda. I believe in a way, is it possible that they are popping Harris up there just to buy some time because they knew the American people were wanting Biden out because we know he's not running the country. Well, now she's stepping up, okay? Who are they going to put in that position? That is the question. We have, less than 3 months left. We have the election. Oh, and also I wanted to let you guys know, Trump's camp has stated there will be no more outdoor rallies at this time and to the remainder of the election. Can't much blame him. And they will be indoors and security has been upped. But as our going out message, there will not be debate at this time. Trump has pulled out from it. Can't much blame him for that. And it's not because he's afraid, because he would just roast her. He completely annihilate this hyena. He would literally take her ass down She wants to split screen. My idea was 100 Republicans, 100 Democrats live, where we all could see what was being asked and going on. Simple. Putting your little button there of muting and micing, that is controlling the debate. That is controlling it, period. Simple. We want raw. We want real. We want exactly what a debate is about. Not controlled where you get to ask the questions, point. That's bullshit. That is not a debate. That's communism. That's you controlling our elections. Truly, that's election interference. If you think about it, you could say it as such, because a primary, a debate for what? The election. So if you're interfering with it, and why do we want CNN up there controlling it? They're run by God. They're just run. They're run so far by the left, it ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. The NWO, what they want, it's all a plan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you guys. Please keep your head on a swivel. Be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, 9 p.m. Central. I have to think for a minute. And you guys go get your hat. And we're going to play this. Sit back there jamming. Hold on. We're going to play this one too. We got to play this one.
They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election. They got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed! Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed!
And you did miss. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm having fun with it. I love you guys. And everyone stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And have a blessed Friday. Shirts will be coming out tomorrow. They are awesome. And with that, Country Crazy out.